Now we are going to see the introduction of fractions. First, the core concepts, in which we are going to see the decimal fractions. Decimal fractions, the fractions in which the denominators are power of 10 are known as decimal fraction. So the denominators, which means the lower number, which indicates number of equal parts in which the units is divided. Okay, so this is denominator. So the fractions in which denominators are power of 10 are known as decimal fraction. So in the given example, if you see, you will be understand of that. So 1 by 10. So denominator is in the power of 10. So 10. So 1 by 10 written as 1/10, which is equal to 0.1. So 100. This is also the power of 10. Okay. So 100, which is equal to 0.01. Okay. This is the decimal fraction, where the answer will be in the form of decimal. So conversion of a decimal into vulgar fraction. So the definition is, put 1 in the denominator under the decimal point and the annex with it as many zeros as is the number of digits after the decimal point. Now remove the decimal point and reduce the fraction to its lowest term. This is how we are going to convert the decimal into vulgar. So first, what we are going to do is put 1 in the denominator under the decimal point and annex with it as many zeros as is the number of digits after the decimal point. So here the value is given as C0.35 in the decimal value. So we are going to convert these decimal into the vulgar fraction. So first, the decimal value we are going to convert into vulgar. 0.35 we can write it as 35 by 100, which is equal to 0.35. So we are going to put 1 in the denominator under the decimal point. Okay. So now 35 by 100. So see, now remove the decimal point and reduce the fraction to its lowest term. So now we are going to remove the decimal point and reduce the fraction into the lowest term. So see, now the value of the decimal is converted to 35 by 100. Okay. Now we are going to reduce. Okay. 35 by 100 can be written as 7 by 20. So this is how we are going to convert the decimal into vulgar. See the next example, 2.016. So 2.016, how you can write this? See, in this, you are going to remove the decimal point as per the first condition. So 2.016 can be written as 2016. Okay. So after decimal point, you have 3 digits. Okay. 0, 1, 6. So you are going to place 3 zeros. Okay. So 2016 divided by 1000, we can write this to be 252 divided by 125. Okay. Now if possible, we can reduce them into lowest terms. Okay. It is not possible, so we are going to leave it off. Okay. So this is how we are going to convert the decimal into vulgar fraction. Okay. Comparison of fractions. So see, suppose some fractions are to be arranged in ascending or descending order of magnitude, then convert each one of the given fractions in the decimal form and arrange them accordingly. So if the question is like this, see the example, arrange the fractions 3 by 5, 4 by 6 and 7 by 9 in descending order. So descending order, which means you are going to arrange the number from the largest to smallest. So if it is largest to smallest, see, it is very hard for us to arrange from 3 by 5, 4 by 6 and 7 by 9. Okay. So what you have to do is, as per the given statement above, suppose some fractions are to be arranged in ascending or descending order of magnitude, then convert each one of the given fractions in the decimal form. So you are going to convert the given fraction in the decimal form. Okay. So now the given value is 3 by 5, 4 by 6, 7 by 9. So convert the value 3 by 5, 4 by 6, 7 by 9 into decimal form. So when 3 by 5, 3 is divided by 5, you will get the value 0.6. Same way 0.66 and 0.77. So now it is easy for you. So 0.77 is largest, then 0.66 and then 0.6. So when you arrange this, what is the value of 0.77? It is 7 by 9 is greater than 4 by 6, 4 by 6 is greater than 3 by 5. So this is the way you are going to arrange. When the given fraction is to be arranged in ascending or descending form, you are going to convert them into decimal and then you are going to arrange them. Okay. So recurring decimal. So which has been an important topic in fraction. What is recurring decimal? Okay. If in a decimal fraction, a figure or a set of figures is repeated continuously, then such a number is called as recurring decimal. Okay. In a recurring decimal, if a single figure is repeated, then it is expressed by putting a dot on it. If a set of figures is repeated, it is expressed by putting a bar on a set. So what it is? A single, that is 3, 3, 3. When it is repeated like this, it is being indicated by dot. When the set, that is 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7. Then again you have the same value 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7. So this value is being repeated again. So set is being repeated. When the set is being repeated, it has been indicated as bar. And when a single value is being repeated, it has been indicated by dot. So recurring decimal, which means you should have a clear figure. It is a repeated value after the decimal point. Okay. When it is single value, it is indicated as dot. And it is a set of value, it has been indicated as bar. Okay. So then in recurring decimal, we have two types. So pure recurring decimal, which means a decimal fraction in which all the figure after the decimal points are repeated, is called the pure recurring decimal. Okay. I'll give you an example for pure recurring decimal. So see now, if you have the value like this, 2.6321 is again been repeated. 6321, 6321. You can represent it with 2.6321 bar. Correct. So this value is pure recurring decimal because a decimal fraction in which all the figures, that is 6321. After the decimal point, you have 4 digits. So all 4 digits is being repeated. So it is a pure recurring decimal. See, again you have converting a pure recurring decimal into vulgar. See, write the repeated figure only once in the numerator and take as many 9s in the denominator as the number of repeating figures. See now, you'll get a clear idea. See, 0.5 is being indicated by dot. So how you can write first 0.5? Because it is in decimal, we are going to convert into fraction. So you can write this to be 5 by 9. As you have only one value after the decimal point is being indicated by dot. As you see the next value, here you have 0.53 and 53 being recurred. So it is 99. So here it is 3, so 999. We have two important recurring decimal, that is pure and mixed. Okay, mixed, which means a decimal fraction in which some figures do not repeat and some of them are repeated is called as mixed recurring decimal. See, here you have an example, 0.273333. So here the value 3 only is being repeated, not 27. Okay. See now, in which this 3 is alone repeated. So it is 0.27. 3 is being repeated. So 3 is being alone indicated with bar, as you can see. Okay. So mixed recurring decimal in which some figures alone is being repeated and some of them will not be repeated. Okay. So as you can see this example, after this, converting a mixed recurring decimal into vulgar fraction. So mixed into vulgar. What is mixed? I said you before that some of them is being repeated and some of them is not been repeated. Okay. So now see, in the numerator, take the difference between the number formed by all the digits after the decimal point. So taking repeated digit only once. Okay. And that formed by the digits which are not repeated. In the denominator, take the number formed by as many 9s as there are repeating digits followed by as many zeros as in the number of non-repeating digits. So I tell you how. See here, the first value is 0.26. Okay. So 6 is being indicated with dot. I said you before that dot and bar. So when you have dot, which means a single value is being repeated, and when it is indicated with bar, a set of values is being repeated. So 6 is alone being repeated. So first what you are going to do is 0.26, you are going to take the value 2 6. You are going to take the value after the decimal point, that is 2 6. Okay, whole value. So 0.26. So after decimal you have 2 6. So 2 6 minus the value which is non-recurred. Okay, so that is 2. 26 minus 2 divided by, see in numerator it is given that take the difference between the number formed by all the digits after the decimal point and that formed by the digit which is not repeated. What we did is, we are going to take the whole value after the decimal point minus the non-repeated value. Okay, that is non-recurred value. Divided by, how you got this 90? See, I tell you, 0.26 is being given here, where 6 is alone being indicated with dot. So, you have only one recurring decimal and one non-recurring decimal. So, one value is being repeated and one value it is not repeated. So, for the one value which is being repeated, you are going to place it with 9 and one value which is not been repeated, you are going to place it with 0. Okay, so 90. Okay, now see 26 minus 2 is 24 divided by 90 which is equal to 4 by 15. So, we have one more example, I tell you, you will be clear with this. 0.3376, 76 is being indicated with bar. So, after the decimal point 0.3376, first you are going to take the whole value, that is 3376 minus you are going to take only the two values, that is 33 which is not been repeated. So, 3376 minus 33 divided by denominator you have two values is non-recurring and two values is recurred. So, how you can write this? Two values that is been recurred, you are going to be place it with 9, 9 and two values that is non-recurred, so you are going to place it with 0, 0. So, see I write it here, recurred values, it is being placed with 9. If it is non-recurred, it has been placed with 0. So, now we are going to see a few other important topic, that is proper fraction, improper fraction. Proper fraction, the proper fraction in which the numerator is less than the denominator. See, suppose if you take the example 3 by 4, numerator is less than the denominator. So, it is proper fraction. Improper fraction, a fraction whose numerator is equal to or greater than the denominator is called as improper fraction. So, improper fraction, it is 17 by 12. Okay. So, same way we have like fraction, unlike fraction. Like fraction in which the fractions of the denominator are same. That is, if you take 2 by 5, 7 by 5, 8 by 5. So, the denominator 5 is same. So, this is like fraction. Unlike fraction, the fractions denominators are different. Okay. This is like fraction and unlike fractions. So, then compound fraction, the fraction of a fraction is called as compound fraction. So, I tell you on small example, see 1 by 2 of 3 by 7. Okay, this is a compound fraction. I tell you how you will write 1 by 2 of 3 by 7. Of in the mathematical term, which means multiplication. 1 by 2 into 3 by 7. So, how you can write this? This is 3 by 14. So, then it is complex fraction. Complex fraction is one in which the numerator and the denominator both are fractions. So, if you take the value 4 by 15 divided by 2 by 5, the numerator is a fraction as well as the denominator is also a fraction. So, these are the important things that you have to remember while doing the problems based on fractions. A small introduction of all that, and apart from that you have to remember the few important formula as we studied earlier. See, have a rough glance of this. Now we completed the introduction of fractions. Now let's move on to the problems based on fractions. 5